You won't let me come in late. Okay, I will have 4 weeks off. Said Upus, you can see from the name I am a teacher. Working in the UK. I currently work in a weird school which has lessons from 8:45 to 5:15, so a potential of 8 hours a day. The standard teacher contract is to work 1,265 hours a year. This is called directed time, where they can basically tell you what to do. Marking and planning etc. comes as 10% of this a week in most places, even if it takes many hours more. At our weird school we have it noted in our contract that we have 1265 directed hours a year that fall between 8:30 and 5:30. So the 8 hours a day don't count towards our contract hours. Just the lessons, and once you AE done for the day you can notify your line manager you are going home. Once we hit 1265 hours we are done for the year, but because it is a short year no one will ever hit that, plus everyone has exam classes which end before the end of the year, so no chance of reaching contracted hours. Malicious compliance. Last year I found myself with a horrific timetable. Lessons first thing in the morning and last thing. No leaving early for me ever. And those last lessons were not exam classes, so no chance even at the end of the year. One thing about the school. The head is very hot-headed. After insets our induction week starts. One of my first lessons in the first week is cancelled due to students doing some administrative stuff, so I elect to be a bit late as I could be and let my line manager know. Unfortunately I had been given a cover lesson that period which I did not know about, and my manager missed my message till too late. I received an email from the head stating I must always be on site from 8:30 as per my contract, and that we could only leave once all my lessons were taught, as I might be required for cover. This isn't actually the case. I had been a representative for the contracts and knew that in order to avoid it being directed time I just had to be available. A piss take of a contract, but means we could in theory go to the cinema. Obviously I saw an opportunity. I was going to be in the building for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, but previously only 27 of those hours were directed and I was free the other 13, but this email from the head was directing me to always be at work. Phoned my union to check and we read the contract. It says 1,265 hours as directed by the principal, and she had just directed me for all 40 hours a week. I am sure anyone with a calculator can tell. If you work 40 hours a week you cover 1265 hours in 31.5 weeks. Our year was 35 and a bit. As we reached week 30 I emailed HR and asked what she wanted me to do. I had just realized I was almost at my contracted hours. She told me I could be, and so I showed her the email from the head. Was called into a meeting with the head and told I was wrong, which was dropped when I read the contract to them, and HR lady agreed. Then I was threatened with a disciplinary, which my union representative actually laughed at as he said it would be the easiest constructive dismissal case, and again the HR lady agreed there would be no grounds. Eventually I was offered an additional contract to work the rest of the year, which I took. Have been given a slightly nicer timetable this year too. TLDR. Head accidentally tells me to work 40 hours a week and so finish contract early. Edit. Had written 50 when I meant 40. Beautiful. Hopefully you're not an English teacher. One of the few times HR has your back. Then again, maybe things are different in the UK. Edit. Had written 50 when I meant 40. You get points off for that. Teach smiley face. While he lived a violent life in his imagination. Eva. Lacking any imagination at all. Lived violently, in fact. Those that can, do. 8 by 5 equals 40 and 1,265 40ths equals 31.6. I hope you're not teaching math.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Errorcast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.